Observatory alongside Juan Manuel Marquez. And how about this man? Not only a pound-for-pound fighting great, but when it comes to entertaining fights, there may be none better than this man. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and now from Mexico City, here is the Hall of Fame 4-division champion of the world, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. So here we go. Should be a good one. No rest for the weary. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. The courage on display here is incredible. Beautiful counter shot. That counter shot lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Nice job blocking the hook. We're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
You're being put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then give it back the next round.
Okay, focus. Focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths. That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Very up.
And there's the bell for round 2. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. He blocks the right hook. punch, counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Crawford in trouble. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt.
On to the third. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That hook just can't find the target. Down he goes. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I've got to see that again. One, two, three, four, five, six.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss. Hold it right there. Crawford is dazed. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job.
It looks like he's... Hold that thought! Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Down goes Crawford. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
Unbelievable heart, knocked down twice.
That jab and you're getting your time out. What was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching on. They're varied up a little bit, so you can't figure it out.
Back at it in round 4. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he just missed with that left jab. Lucky that hook didn't score. Straight right just misses. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That big hook doesn't land. They exchange punches. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the... Did you see that? Crawford may be ready to go down. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Get your mind back up, forget the jab. Don't get carried away. Think about your defense at the end of it.
Here's the bell to start round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there, because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Good counter punch. Looking to land the hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That right hook's blocked. Jab slightly off target. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Happy? I like that round. Good work. You stay focused now.
There's the bell for round 6. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Nice counter shot. Starting to take some deep... Hold it right there! Crawford in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. But Crawford is on the canvas! Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.